Did you know some places breathe? Not with life, but with something much worse? Let me take you to a place where silence is the real danger. A place that might make you question what is real, ... and what's not. Jordan, Sam, Lisa, and Mate weren't new to exploring old buildings, empty factories, or creepy mansions. They lived for the rush, the thrill of checking out places that time had forgotten. But this mansion on Franklin Avenue? This one felt different. It was like a shadow, sitting alone in the middle of nowhere, with broken windows that seemed to watch them. They'd been to places like this before, but something about this one made them uneasy. The air was heavy, almost like the house was holding its breath, waiting for them. As they stepped inside, the door creaked behind them, almost like it was telling them to leave. But they didn't listen. This was the adventure they came for. The camera clicked on, but no one smiled. They could all feel it, the weight of the house pressing down on them. The place was huge, so big that it was hard to take it all in. Long hallways, rooms that hadn't seen sunlight in forever. But the deeper they went, the colder it got. Not just regular cold, the kind that makes you feel uncomfortable, the kind that makes your breath feel frozen in your chest. They found the basement door. It creaked open way too easily. Something in the back of their minds told them to turn back, but they ignored it. They had to know what was down there. So they went in. The temperature dropped even more as they stepped down. It felt like the air itself had frozen. Then they heard it, a breath. At first, it was so quiet they weren't even sure. But it wasn't coming from the walls. It wasn't coming from anywhere they could see. It was coming from below, from the shadows. Slow, deep, almost like it was alive. Jordan spoke up first, his voice shaky. "Who's there?" No answer, just the breath. Lisa looked around, her face pale. This doesn't feel right. But they couldn't stop. They had to go further. Their footsteps echoed louder with every step. Then, just as they reached the far corner of the basement, the breathing got louder. It wasn't just breathing anymore. It was like something was trying to speak, but couldn't. The flashlight flickered. That's when they saw it, a shape, barely visible, in the corner. Something moving. Something that shouldn't be there. The room felt colder, like the darkness itself was alive, pressing in on them. Lisa's heart started racing. "We need to go." But it was too late. The shape moved. Fast, too fast. It was right in front of them now. So close they could feel its breath, like it was inside their heads, echoing in their minds. They were frozen. Too scared to move. Too scared to scream. Then, just like that, it was gone. The breath. The cold. Everything. Gone. The room was quiet. Empty. Like nothing had ever been there. They didn't wait another second. They ran, not stopping until they were outside, gasping for air, their hearts pounding in their chests. But they knew what they felt. What they heard wasn't over. The mansion still stood, waiting for the next group of explorers. The hollow house. And if you're ever nearby, listen closely. You might hear the breathing too. But some places are better left untouched.